I'm in Wool and Gym working out, and Max, who was my fraternity brother, said, "The coach wants to see you." I said, "Coach who?" "Boxing coach." He said, "You're on the boxing team."
And that was it, recruited right out of Wool and Gym. Just watching him work out, Bill Sunis was appointed a place on the UNC boxing team.
Southern Conference, Maryland, Carolina, Clemson, Duke, Wake Forest, State. These were the guys that had boxed the previous year and were on the team. You're boxing Saturday morning. I'm out of shape. And he says, "Don't worry." He says, "We're fighting Virginia Saturday, and I want you our featherweight." About 500 people in Wool and Gym that were there for the boxing match. In the ring, he says, "Get some rosin." You know, the old rosin box. I put my gloves in the rosin box. He says, "No, not your gloves, your shoes." For 2 rounds, I'm fighting this guy, and I keep getting hit from the right side. To make a long story short, we drew. My first fight, I had a draw. I was lucky enough to beat the guy from Clemson. Coach was planning on taking me up to New York for the NC. I guess back then it was just the Nationals. Oliver Cornwell at that time decided that boxing was too dangerous a sport, and so
And at the end of that season, Bill Sunis was named the Lightweight Conference Boxer of the Year by the Southern Conference.
I was on the team, when we went to regionals that year, we had 3 or 4, I think it was 4 people fight in the first round of regionals, and all 4 of them won. And about 4 or 5 guys were meeting in the racquetball rooms with one of the more senior faculty members who used to box. And they would just meet in the racquetball, in an old racquetball room, put on some headgear, and just go at it. It wasn't until Dan Carlton found out about this and got into it and decided that he could compile the paperwork and get the group registered to be an actual boxing club. So he wanted to get everything official, and so that the team could actually compete against other schools. And so compared to football and other contact sports, the injury rate is much lower. The first club meeting that they advertised probably drew 40 to 50 people, and the club grew in popularity from there. Until this year, we had about 140 people come to the first meeting. Before matches are set up, the coaches talk and they try to pair up people who will be good matches. So whenever a match ends early, people aren't saying, "Oh wow, that guy got beat really badly." More often, I think those coaches didn't set up a good match. So people try to keep it competitive. You don't want to match up someone who has a lot of experience with someone who doesn't. So the rules in the system are in place to keep it safe and competitive.
Well, the team's nothing without the club. You know, team is just part of the club, really. Extension, yeah. And people want to, get interested. Some people are really interested in competition. They show up at the club first night and say, "I want to compete." How do I do that? When we get started. Almost everybody makes leaps and bounds. So if they last a season, they've made some major progress. Especially with competition being a factor, if they're going to compete, they have to make progress. So nobody gets in the ring unless they've got the skills developed to be there. I'm impressed with Danielle's first match this season. You can train really hard in the gym, and learn lots of stuff. Be able to do it in a controlled setting, and then you can do it in sparring. But a lot of times people get in the competition setting and they forget everything. It all goes out the window. Danielle, her first match, everything she does is right, on time, exactly what she should have done.
especially at the beginning of the season. We go through sort of a boot camp training session, and if you think that our strength training sessions are hard, those are about twice as long and twice as hard. So we were just in so much pain after those that these were like a breeze. It was hard to be motivated to go work out, so I started going just to get back into shape, and ended up loving it, so I stayed with it.
We got a few rivalries.
So there's a few rivalries, okay.
There's always Maryland. First 2 seasons we boxed down there, we came away with losses. This last season we came away with 2 wins, 2 out of 2. So, you know, the club is a foundation. And then, you know, team recruits from the club, travel money, hotel money that comes from dues from the club. You know,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's an incredible workout. When I came here and people were doing boxing, I knew that it wasn't just about, you know, Fight Club or anything like that, because there are people who you know, look at self-defense and look at boxing, look at different types of, you know, modes of, I don't know, engaging your opponent is just that, and, you know, more of a sport. People, I think, are catching on more these days what incredible athletes boxers are. I think through the shows like 24/7 on HBO that highlights the fighters before their fights, shows just what kind of brutal athletic conditioning they're in. You know, and I would like to see us grow as a club first. If we could get everybody introduced to it that way, that would support our team as it continues to grow. The larger our club can grow, the more recognition we can get. We can have events here on campus, and it can be recognized that we have a boxing program. We were, you know, traveling around and took our best boxers to box the other schools that were involved in the National College Boxing Association. Everybody looks at you and is like, oh, that's really cool, you know, and tell me more. I think it's good that girls have been getting involved, you know.
Okay.
Boxing is to de-stress. That's what I do. Yeah, that's come and box.
Yeah.
It was the workouts. I started in Carolina and was on the soccer team for half a semester, but then it just got to be too much with work and everything. And I wanted to have a good workout still, and some of my friends came last semester, and they said it was a really good workout, so I tried it this semester, and I've been coming all semester.
Do it.
It's a really good workout, and it's a good way to keep in shape.
I started halfway through fall semester, so a little over a semester. It's a good workout. It's better than going to the gym and working on the treadmill by yourself, so it's a lot better workout, full body workout. Yeah, it's a little bit of a stress reliever, especially towards exam time.
Vladimir, and he's from Russia.
Yeah. Hi.
How do you like America so far?
I like America.
Yeah?
I like boxing in America.
You like boxing in America?
Yes, boxing. I exercise karate.
Karate?
Karate.
Okay.
Yes. 記憶深いから。バイ。
If you need a workout, I can guarantee you an intense workout that you can push it. Yeah, I mean, and that's what I loved about it when I first came was.
I'm going to be a sophomore and I'm currently an undecided major. Well, I live in the area, so it's pretty convenient, and it's a good workout. It's something. And I try to run on my own,
The workouts were, you know, brutal where you can't push yourself up anymore, you can't hold your legs up anymore, you push it to the absolute limit. You know, you almost throw up on the, you know, running. That's the kind of workout you get done and you feel you got something, like that oorah thing that. You know, my biggest goal for the next year is just to get us recognized and get a sanctioned event on campus. Talk about next semester in the fall getting organized sparring that was open to the public. So it's a public sparring event, kind of like what we did at club earlier this year.
Skill building involves just using pads and mitts. I feel like I'm ready to move up to actual sparring. I've become particularly comfortable with a lot of the punches, especially things like the hook and the uppercut.
Yeah, when I was in the Marines, we did sparring, boxing a lot, and I wasn't on the official Marine Corps team or anything. And then once I got out, I boxed at a gym in Durham, and got here and found out about it, liked it, tried out for the team. So I'll be at the local team in the fall next year. It was my first time in the ring in a while, and I was a little rusty, ducked too much, almost got hit pretty hard a few times, but Wayne Faust.
It'll be a little different. We'll just do
Besides, it was a great experience. Meeting people with similar interests, and I got to improve my technique a lot, and I understand more when I actually watch boxing now.
What was the payoff? Good recreation, good workout, get you in shape.